let's look at some Battlefield 6 stuff. I'm actually going to subscribe. So this came out July 31st. It's already got 4.7 million views. So this was what, 5 days ago, roughly. And then it's got a lot of likes. So I want to watch the official multiplayer gameplay trailer, and then we'll watch Mint Blitz's video on it. I don't think I'm going to watch the IGN video on it. I'd much rather watch Mint Blitz. So let's let's check this out because I really want to see what they got going on in Battlefield this year. Call of Duty has been so saturated with weird crap that I stopped playing Call of Duty a long time ago. It used to be it used to be a really good game series, but I'm not. We need like a real like like military shooter, you know, a good one again. They play not final. Oh, I've always loved how destructible everything is in Battlefield. Whoa, that looks pretty good. Oh, damn. Damn. You could drag while you revive? Bro. I always played the support and would just revive people randomly because I sucked at the game. I couldn't kill anybody, so I would just go around and revive everybody. Oh, they got drones. Damn. Dang.
Come on, break your fucking face tonight.
Dang, you know this is gonna be good. I think the soundtrack is sounding pretty good for this.
Almost there. Let's finish this. Contact! Fire!
Bro, the buildings getting destroyed is so cool. I'm probably gonna buy this.
Request immediate support.
Dang. It's crashing through buildings. Wow, that looks nice. Oh, Phantom Edition includes soldier skins. Oh, those look all normal. They're not like weird Fortnite skins in a military shooter. Nice. Um, oh, and then they're gonna have a battle pass, of course. Every game that comes out nowadays has battle passes, so. And then, so they're doing the beta this weekend. So that's sweet. You guys can go down to Battlefield and check this out. Here, I'll post it. But I think it goes live Saturday. The open beta. And so we'll probably be late to the party. We'll probably play it at late at night, like probably 9-10 o'clock. It's only like a 30 gig download, so if anyone wants to jump in on this weekend, we should play it. So here's Mint Blitz talking about it, I think. Finally, this is everything I wanted. I want to see what he's
Guys,
talking
are we really back? Battlefield 6, the make or break game in the franchise, and I had you guys saying, Romy, the portal mode has Forge, just like Halo. That means it'll have fun custom games. Please do a video about this. And, well, here we are. Before I get...
it's like back in Halo Reach or Halo 3 when with the
Get
custom
into the
games.
video
That's
to
cool.
DICE directly, I wanted to sign up for your
Wow.
pre-release Battlefield stuff, Battlefield Labs, but apparently Australians don't exist and aren't allowed. With that said, Battlefield 6 is truly make or break. After the abysmal performance that was Battlefield 2042, the game didn't even launch with a bloody scoreboard. On the whole, fans of the franchise were absolutely fed up with the unfinished, half-baked titles. It seemingly followed a trend in modern gaming where Halo, Call of Duty, and Battlefield were all releasing games heavy in microtransactions and light in content. Developers across the board weren't respecting legacy, and surprise, surprise, none of those titles lived up to the expectations of their predecessors. Who would have thought telling people what to like and
Vanguard wasn't terrible, but the campaign was really weird, and it was okay. Halo Infinite I liked. If it released in the state that it is in now, it would have been a million times better, and there'd be a lot of people playing it.
ignoring what make each of those franchises great would be a recipe for disaster.
Oh yeah, he
Fast
did
forward
this.
to 2025, and due to Battlefield fans rightfully being furious at DICE and EA, this has finally forced the developers to create what appears to be one of the best return to form titles in the shape of Battlefield 6. Things
I love how you
were
could
a little
drag
rocky
people and
for sure
revive
with
them.
Battlefield Labs. Concerning leaks came out with DICE trying to pull their usual shenanigans.
Okay, this looks like a lot of fun. I'm excited to play.
But through literally the entire gaming space yelling at them, it seems as though things are moving in the right direction. From what we've seen, Battlefield 6 has a return to the class system, a return to the iconic destruction, and a return to what Battlefield was truly known for.
The
Massive
destruction
play
has
spaces
always
with
been
beautiful
amazing.
set pieces combining large-scale warfare with close quarters infantry combat. It finally seems as though Battlefield is returning to what made the franchise popular, as it's giving players the freedom to play the way they like. The return of the iconic class system means that I can play as an engineer again, grab a full squad of friends, and we can lock down enemy vehicles as a group. We can all play as medics and attack certain positions as infantry. Hell, we could even all get vehicles on maps such as Operation Firestorm, a map that's returning by the way that I loved in Battlefield 3. We can control the map and stop the enemy team from leaving their base. That's what I was truly missing from Battlefield.
Wow.
2042, as time went on, slowly started to get that Battlefield feel back, and I was at least able to get a Rendezook in that game, but it was far too
Dang,
little
that's
too
such a
late.
crazy
Gaming
move.
fans even outside of Battlefield are sick to death of games not launching feature complete, especially when games say 10 to 15 years ago did launch feature complete. I always found it funny, however, that all of the microtransactions and all of the shop features, they all seem to perfectly work. We all know why that is, don't we? For me, I would prefer a game that is truly complete with everything that I expect over graphics. That is exactly why BattleBit was so popular.
I think I played that a little bit, the BattleBit game. That was pretty good. I I hope this one's good because I would want to buy it and support it if it's a lot better than the previous Call of Duties and if it's a lot better than Battlefield 2042. I bought Battlefield 2042 and played it on Xbox when it first released because I had a buddy that would play it. And when we played it, I was like, oh yeah, it's all right. But I've never been very deep into the Battlefield games. I was always big on Call of Duty. But then after all the Call of Duty started coming out and started sucking, I just quit playing them, you know. And so now I've been looking for a good military game to play. Like there's not a lot out there that I've really looked at that look interesting or fun. And Battlefield would be a good one to kind of come back to. So hopefully when we play the beta this weekend, it's good.
Really because the developers were giving Battlefield fans everything they wanted. Proximity voice chat, the 4 classes. It literally was the Battlefield experience just with lower graphics. Over time,
Dang.
trying to
Collapse in
repeatedly
the building.
increase how a game looks has diminishing returns. This time, however, I'm happy that destruction physics took priority over trying to crank up the already pretty looking game to 11. Who would have thought if you spent the time to work on features that players remember Battlefield 4 that fans would be happy and start pre-ordering? Even with every top comment on every single social post and video saying no pre-orders, if you go to the Steam store right now, Battlefield 6 is the most pre-ordered game at the moment.
Really? That could be that's good news. If I'm gonna wait, and if the beta's good, I'll pre-order it. If I don't like the beta, I just won't touch it. Granted, it could release a lot different, but that's a good sign. If that many people are pre-ordering it, this looks like it might be Steam with Counter-Strike 2 there. Um, that could be really good. I don't typically pre-order games unless it's a franchise that, if it's like Halo or if it's like Killing Floor. Because I pre-ordered Killing Floor 3 and we're basically done with everything in that game. And it came out like 2 weeks ago. And I'm like done with the Battle Pass and everything. And it runs a little janky. And so I'm, if this releases in a really good state and if the beta plays really well, this would be a really good game for us to play, I think. And
The upcoming open beta, by the way, you don't need to pre-order, and there's a few ways you can get access. I'll leave a full detailed step-by-step guide on how you can play in the description. I got you guys covered. It's ironic really that over time, games have been consistently so disappointing across almost every genre that just a return to form is heralded as groundbreaking. That launching a finished game now is revolutionary. I'm just being balanced in my excitement here. We still haven't had the full release. I love absolutely everything I've seen about Battlefield 6, but I have to pump the brakes a little bit. The Battlefield 6 beta is going to be a very curated slice of the overall experience. Battlefield games notoriously don't launch in great states. A lot of people were very excited for Battlefield 2042, so I am a bit hesitant to say we are so back because the full game might be a different story. I will say though, the game ticks every box of what I love about Battlefield: evolution, classes, destruction. And I gotta say, as a very quick side note, the first thing I'm doing when I play Battlefield 6, I'm throwing 100 C4 underneath a Jeep or a tank, and I'm going to try send it flying. If it works, you guys better prepare yourselves for some of the craziest Battlefield trick shots in the franchise's history. Now, something that you guys wanted me to touch on, as I'm a Halo-based channel, and I think it's fantastic, it's the Portal mode. Specifically now that DICE and EA have made the Portal mode into like a Halo-like Forge mode, where players can make their own custom games. This is phenomenal. So many amazing experiences will be created once the tools are given to the players, from fun custom games to serious map experiences.
Generally, if the tools are there and they work well enough, people are going to play it and they're going to use it, and people are going to get really good at making maps and custom modes. That would probably be this game's, I wouldn't say bread and butter, because there's probably a smaller group of people that like that. But I know with Halo, when they had Forge, I was never good at Forge, but some people were so amazing with it. Even in Infinite's Forge, a lot of people have remade old maps that they want in the game, and then they've put them in. This could be, you could have community maps made and probably put into the regular multiplayer rotation. That would be really cool.
Already saw a trash compactor minigame, and with how creative players are, the sky will be the limit for what can be made. While we are on the topic of the Portal mode, and I saw this online, many people were saying Battlefield 6 isn't going to have a custom games browser like a server browser, but the Portal mode by default, at least the 2042 version, it had an inbuilt server browser. So you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure there is going to be one. A lot of people are saying, no, there's no custom games browser, there's no server browser, we need one. If there isn't, it really needs to have one, as ease of access is the biggest thing to get more players playing your games. It does seem like EA and DICE are already doing this, and I was happy to see that with Battlefield 6, you can finally just launch the game through Steam and not have it attached to the EA third-party launcher. So the developers are already doing it, but a custom games browser is so necessary to allow the fun Portal mode to shine to its full potential. Now, the coolest thing about all of this, and it's no surprise, it's that in anticipation of Battlefield 6, every single game in the franchise, at least on Steam, has seen a huge uptick in players. From Battlefield 3, 4, 2042, and 5. Even Battlefield Hardline doubled in population, almost reaching an all-time peak.
I don't think I played Hardline. I might have only played the campaign.
Excitement, and I'm curious as to how high the population will go during the open beta. I say that because pre-orders aren't necessary on getting access. The last thing I want to touch on today, and I haven't
them having it be an open beta is probably one of the best decisions they could make.
Seen anyone talking about this, but it's a very good thing. It's that the other day I saw the massive Battlefield content creator event. A majority of large Call of Duty creators were invited. Battlefield's plan is to try and steal as much of Call of Duty's audience as possible. By putting pressure on Activision, it will force them to make a better game. Competition is good. Better games across the board is a win for us gamers, and for too long, Call of Duty has been taking advantage of their player base. Battlefield 6 is going to have a battle royale. They are trying to steal the Call of Duty Warzone audience.
Ooh. Granted, I don't play a lot of battle royales, but I would try that one. I would try BF6 battle royale.
And with how bad Call of Duty Warzone, their Battle Royale's anti-cheat is, with cheaters running rampant across the game, so many people are looking for a new Battle Royale to play.
What?
On the whole, I just want a proper Battlefield game. A Battlefield that gives me the same vibe as when I first played Battlefield 3. Physics to me are important. The dynamics between the classes too. I don't even think I'm expecting that much or have that high of expectations. I just want a fun game I can play with the guys, and I get to play Battlefield just like I did 12 or 13 years ago. And that's how long it's been. That's how long it was between Battlefield 3 and 4. Over a decade since I've had that same Battlefield experience. First thing I'm going to do on the beta this weekend is try Rendezook in a jet. I am determined to try be one of the first in the world to do it, but we'll see how I go. I love everything I've seen so
Hopefully
far.
that
The
works,
destruction, the physics, the return to the class system. I hope the game sticks the landing, as it's been too long since we've had an amazing Battlefield game. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later.
I have a good feeling about it, actually. I